Chrome Sign Builder will be sunsetting in January of 2025. That means it's time to start thinking about alternative solutions for your digital signage needs. Don't worry, there are a couple great options out there. If your needs are simple and you primarily use Sign Builder to display Google Slides, Kiosk Mode offers a built-in solution that's easy to use. It's perfect for basic signage needs like displaying announcements or presentations. However, if you require more advanced features like scheduling presentations, incorporating live news and weather feeds, or managing multiple screens, you might want to explore the world of dedicated digital signage tools like Rise Vision. If you'd like to learn more about Rise Vision, I'd encourage you to reach out at Jay Smysor, that's JSMYSOR, at signetic.com, and I'd be more than happy to get you a quote. This video, however, is going to walk you through how you can set up Kiosk Mode as a simple, easy to use, and free solution for displaying your Google Slide presentations as digital signage. Okay, the first step is publishing your Google Slide presentation. As you can see, I've got my digital signage presentation open. It's the welcome screen to the Mount Oriad Public Schools, and we'll imagine that this is going to be displayed in the entryway of the district headquarters. So to publish this, the first step I'm going to do is go up to File, and then I'm going to drop down to Share, and from there I'll select Publish to Web. Now I've got a few options here. I can auto-advance the slide every so often. My options right now are 3 or 5. If I want to, I can also edit that by scrolling all the way to the right-hand side of this URL and changing the number of seconds in the URL. But I'm just going to set this to 5 seconds. I'm also going to make sure that I check Start Slideshow as soon as the player loads, and I'm going to have it restart the slideshow at the end of the last slide. That way it always loops together. Then when I have it the way I like, I'm going to select Publish, and then I'm going to grab my URL and hit Copy. After that, I'm ready to move on to step 2. All right, now that I have published and copied the URL of my slide presentation, I'm going to go into the admin console and I'm going to add that URL as a Chrome app inside of Kiosk Mode. So to get started, I'm going to go over to Devices, and then I'm going to go to Chrome, and then I'm going to drop down to Apps and Extensions. All right, so I'm going to go over to Kiosk Mode, or Kiosks, the third tab over here. Then I'm going to drop down to this orange plus button in the bottom right corner. And I'm going to then select the Add by URL option. So I'll select that, and I'm going to paste in that URL from the slide presentation that we copied earlier. And I'll hit Save, and I'll agree. All right, so I've got this added. Looking at this, everything looks good. I want to make sure that I leave Allow App to manage power alone, because we're going to customize that in our next step. But now that I have this set up, I'm going to go over and make sure that I have the correct OU selected. And again, it's going to be, in this case, our district office entry. And after that, I'm going to go up to Auto Launch App, and I'm going to make sure that I have the correct slide presentation selected. And then once I have that selected, I'll select Save. All right, so now I've got Kiosk Mode set up. I need to take it one step farther to make sure that this kiosk device never falls asleep. And to do that, I'm going to go back into Settings. So again, it's into Devices, Chrome, and then Settings. And then I'm going to go to Device Settings, the middle column. And what I'm going to look for here, I'm just going to search for AC. And as I scroll to the bottom, I'm looking down to Kiosk Power Settings, and I've got AC Power Settings. Again, I want to make sure it's set to AC, because that's going to be when the device is connected to power. And then after that, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to configure this so that it never falls asleep. And so what I'm going to do, when it goes to Action on Idle, I'm going to select it to do nothing. And I'm also going to set it so that the screen never turns off. And so I'm going to set these bottom 2 options of Screen Dim to 0 minutes. And then I'm also going to set the option for Screen Off to 0 minutes. Then when I'm happy with these settings, I'm going to hit Save. So now I've got my presentation set up to always display that digital signage and to never fall asleep. Okay, our last step is to configure our device to automatically refresh. We've got a couple options here. If I want my device to automatically refresh every 24 hours, that is to always pull the latest update the latest edits from that slide presentation, I can do that by going into the admin console and then going to Devices, Chrome, Settings, and then going to Device Scheduled Reboot. And I can configure it to automatically reboot every 24 hours. And when it reboots, it's always going to grab the latest edition of that Google slide presentation. My other option is I can also go over and I can download an extension like Easy Auto Refresh or Auto Refresh Plus, and I can configure those to automatically refresh the page, say, every hour or every half hour, again, ensuring that the latest public or published slideshow is always displayed. All right, thank you for checking out this video. If you'd like to learn more about Synetic and how we can help your school district with Google Workspace, again, anything from devices to licenses to security audits, or to help you with your device deployment and recycling, just let us know. Reach out to... All right, thank you for watching our video. If you'd like to learn more about Synetic and how we can help your school district, check out our website, www.synetic.com.